多，越来越多。
And hopefully
那今
that
天我们
will
要直
to
播的
come
行
and join
列，
us
也许其
and
中
join
一
us
位
because
医
we are
师，
streaming
其
live.
中一位分享者的一段
And
话，
one of the
也许就改
doctors
变了您的亲友，解决了
maybe
他
it
目
will
前的健
change
康困扰，也
your
不一
your
定。
friends and
所
family's
以
life.
期待您在今
So
天直播一开
please,
始，把这个网址
when
分
the
享出去，
live
让更
streaming
多
has
人看
started,
到。那当然，
please
有一
share
些
this
人，
out so that
您
more
可
people
能
will
是
see
第一
this live
次
stream. If
加
you are
入，
the
可能
this is the
连
first
健
time
康
you
挑战
joining
21是什么都不知
South
道。
Vietnamese
简单
21
来
Day
说，
Challenge,
这个饮食就
as
是
a
没有肉、没有蛋、没有
so it
奶，
means you don't eat
然后
meat,
烹调
you
方
don't
式
eat
尽量
dairy
降低调
products,
味
don't
料
eat
到最低，包
egg,
括无糖、无油、
and
少
also
盐
no processed food,
等
and
等。
also
希
no
望还有
uh,
就是吃原
no
形食物，
sugar, no
然后
salt,
21天，
and
看看我们
everything has
身
to
体
be
上有什么转
natural
变。
for
这
that.
就是所谓的健康挑战
And this
21，
will
这是
give
从
you
美
a lot
国
of
开始的一
changes
个
in
运
your
动。
health.
之前查了一个资料，
And
大概
also
有
with
50多万
suitable
人参
exercise.
加。后来马来西亚的慈
So
济志工
it
开始
it
推动，
started
然后
actually
接
in
着台
Malaysia
湾高雄的慈
2
济
years
志
ago.
工开始推动，现在到全世界很多人都参加这个健康挑战21，你发现哇，食物的力量原来这么大。那在台湾部分，我们健康挑战21多了。
Malaysia
那
until
这2
now,
年来，其实有很
in
多
these 2
很多人
years,
的分享，很
there
多
have
很多
been
的
a
见
lot of
证。
people who
我
are
们先透过
sharing.
一段影片带大
And
家
let
来
us
回
watch
顾，
this video
一起
to
来欣
see
赏。
what has happened in these past 2 years.
我不知道我在吃什么，没味啦，嫁给来没味啦。
每个人都是说，哇，这个好像是中病才了才吃嘞。
Sorry, I cannot take it. You know, I think tomorrow I hope that, you know, I want to stop already. Then I.
那时候就概念就推行这个21天挑战这个部分，把这种医学的变成一种社区化的方式来去推行呢。我们从无开始建立一个团队，
对我们来说也是一个新的挑战呐。那我们也花了不少时间，我们以我们的厨师还有营养师团队，我们一起研发。
看到马来西亚说，他们办完这21天后。经过科学的方式，前面先验血一次，后面验血一次，看到身体转变之后，竟然有高达71%的人愿意由荤转素。那知道之后，我们就开始研究这样子的活动，那看怎么样可以在花莲推动。
在职业生涯里面习惯用的调味料，全部都不能用，几乎大概只剩下盐。那你要做出大家可能会喜欢的味道，那个有多难？
一般我们餐厅在煮啦，大部分都会迎合客人的口味。但是这次这个活动啊，挑战21啊，完全跟传统的煮法是通通不一样。
When I see my lunch box, I'm thinking, is it possible or not? I have to go through this 21 days.
大家都一样，吃的也在挑战，我们煮的也是挑战，因为每次都要想明天煮什么，后天要煮什么。我们头几天睡不着，一直在研究怎么煮法，就是这样啊，尽量我们就用心去做。我一直以来做这个素食，就是要推广这个素食，能做就是福了。
胆固醇已经降到了正常的水平了。
第3天过后，我的血压就开始回到健康的水平。
高血压、高血脂、高血糖，还有高体重，4高，21天的这个无蛋无奶的素食大部分人都吓了一跳，怎么可能在3个礼拜之内呢发生这么大的变化？
首先我们看一下第一个，它的那个 BMI 指数算起来是30.6哦，但是它在经过这21天哦，它体重就降到75.2公斤哦，它减轻了将近快3公斤了哦，所以 BMI 指数就降到29.6，表现得相当不错。
即摆安尼吼，规个落起来，你看，安三家拢落迄个即摆已经减10公斤啊啦。
Plant-based diet improve blood sugar, body weight, blood pressure, and cholesterol all at the same time. something no drug can do.
One week passed by, right, it really can go through until to the end. I feel more lighter. I don't get too tired nowadays. If no try, right, we won't be know.
我不知道我在吃什么，没味啦，嫁给来没味啦。哦，可是很奇妙啊！我纵然是这样，我没有放弃了，我还是持续到第5天的时候啊，我发觉我的味觉啊，哦，比较抽象一点，就是有些东西咬下去你就觉得，对，夏天的感觉应该是这样。
后来参加完之后，我真的有点吓到，那些红的变黑的，21天而已。食物真的能够让健康找回来。
你除了吃到良好的21天的植物性饮食之外，你还会学习到以后如何可以辨认什么食物可以吃，什么食物应该吃这样子的话，你以后呢就可以独立的去烹饪自己的植物性的饮食的方式。
So I'm hoping more and more people will actually adapt to the plant-based lifestyle in whatever way they want. We feel that we should encourage them more because I think at the end of the day it's more towards a healthier lifestyle, sustainability, and of course the climate.
We generally believe that the solution to many urgent problems is changing the global food system and making our food choices less reliant on animal products and animal agriculture. So transitioning towards a more plant-based world comes with a number of benefits.
Okay, let us give everyone that participated in Healthier Me 21 Day Challenge and all the staff a round of applause. Just now we have heard that and everyone has seen the subtitles. You should know that I also did a report earlier about a hospital, a doctor. After he was skeptical at first, but after he joined the Healthier Me 21 Day Challenge, then he realized that actually by eating healthy food, it can make him have a very healthy blood pressure, etc. So this even shocked a doctor. So the food is actually and we always have a lot of invitations for a lot of media by Taiwan and previously Oxford University professor and a lot of doctors, and he's also from so he has already realized that between plants, animals, there's a lot of things that is in between. So now let us invite Doctor to invite about a recycling and healthy food challenge. Let us welcome Dr. Chen.
Good morning to our hosts and all our participants of 21 Day Challenge. I'm really very overjoyed to see all of you and very touched by all the sharings. So I'm here to share with you the power of a healthy diet. So we heard from the host just now, a whole food plant-based diet brings back good health, love, and environmentally friendly. So what is whole food? It is unprocessed, where we can see the original form of the food with minimal processing, minimal chemical fertilizer and pesticides. So generally, animal-based products are not under whole food because it requires the killing and preservatives, etc. So it is not counted as whole food. So simply speaking, whole food refers to plant-based diet. Now let's look at how whole food plant-based can help us. Now we are all very concerned about COVID-19 infection. So it is still, we are still in the midst of a pandemic. So we actually see a report from the London University under the Nature journal. They found out that while taking care of COVID-19 patients amongst healthcare professionals, 10% had never turned positive for COVID, meaning that they don't seem to catch the infection without any COVID-19 antibodies. So why is that so? They have a lot of T cells in their bodies. So once they encounter the COVID-19 virus, they are able to get rid of them. So it actually looks at the protein internally rather than externally. And when they have the protein against, when they detect the protein from the T cells, especially IFI27, the concentration will increase. And this actually helps to stop the virus infection. So you might ask whether this is an exception. We all know that virus cannot survive outside our bodies. They need to enter the cells to survive. So for the COVID-19 virus, they have a spike protein on the surface. Through the receptor in our cells, they can enter our cells. So this is the receptor in the host, our own cell membranes. So when we study those who do not catch the virus, we analyze the protein on the nucleoside, the external protein and the RNA inside. So we analyze the nucleocapsid protein. So instead of the external envelope, So people might wonder whether it is an exception of the healthcare professionals. So another group from Imperial College London also studied the families of COVID-19 patients when they are staying together. So they analyzed 52 family members. 26 actually never caught the infection. And they have higher T cells in their bodies than the COVID-19 patients. So these T cells, again, they look at the internal proteins of the virus. Because the external envelope proteins mutate very fast. Like Omicron virus. So it will escape the detection of our immune system and we will catch the infection. So if we look at the internal protein of the virus, there will be less chance of mutation. So these T cells actually target the internal protein of the COVID-19 virus. So it gives us protection from the virus. You might have caught the flu virus in the past. There might be a cross interaction with the COVID-19 virus. So we can see our innate and adaptive immunity. The overlapping cells are our T cells and NKT cells. So we are used to dividing our immunity into innate and adaptive to give us a healthy immune system. So now we overemphasize on antibodies, but actually the thing that actually wards us off the virus is our T cells. So we can see the graph. The virus will increase about 5 to 7 days. And the IgG, the blue line, will increase about 10 to 14 days. Before the IgG is produced, our virus load already came down. So the purple area is our NKT cells. It will rise very early on. So it's actually the NKT cells that kill off the virus initially. Antibodies actually come in later. So most of the virus are actually removed by our T cells instead of our antibodies. Which is innately within our immune system. Without T cells, we will not have enough antibodies. So when a virus comes and a T cell detects it, they will remove the infected cells and they will also produce antibodies. Without T cells, we will not have enough antibodies. So T cells are extremely important to us. Which means to say, we have pre-existing T cells, and when they encounter external virus, they will increase in number. They will actually attack the infected cells. And there will be antiviral activity going on and produce NKT cells. further T cells, they will actually engulf the infected cells. So why can we very quickly stop the viral infection? It's because of these cells. So you might wonder, are these T cells innately within us? So these T cells react to the internal protein of the COVID-19 virus. So these patients, these people without infection, they do not have COVID-19 antibodies in their blood. When they encounter the COVID-19 virus, their T cells will get activated again. And they will stop the infection from happening and continue to remain in the bodies. So our gut, our lungs, our skin, etc., they will have sufficient T cells to ward off the viruses. So the study postulated, why do this group of people have so many T cells that work against COVID-19 virus? They postulated that it is due to previous encounters with other flu viruses. After an infection, most of the T cells will actually self-destroy, but some of them will remain as memory cells, which actually work against future COVID-19 virus infection, not requiring any antibodies. So now we know that there are 7 types of COVID-19 viruses. Why do some people already have T cells that go against the internal protein of COVID-19 viruses? And why not other people? So one possible reason could be because memory T cells formation requires some vitamins. Studies show that high fiber diet actually can promote the T cells growth and function. Because memory T cells require the gut bacteria to break down our dietary fiber. So when our T cells, they need to form memory T cells, they require the ATP formation. So they will need dietary fiber, high fiber diet, to increase formation and function of our memory T cells. Another reason could be that without malnutrition, when we have a limited calorie intake, it will also promote the memory T cells action. So we notice that why do some people, after COVID-19 infection, they have more memory T cells in their bodies compared to others? Because when we get a cold, we might have the formation of T cells, and most of them will self-destroy. So only a certain number will remain as memory T cells. So how do we increase the amount of memory T cells in our body? It's related to high fiber diet and calorie restriction. So now, to summarize, see the diagram. Calorie restriction and high fiber diet increase T cells. So look at the recent research by Harvard University. Healthy plant-based diet decrease the risk of getting a COVID-19 infection by 9 to 20%. In India, they did a research as well. Vegetarians compared to non-vegetarians decreased COVID-19 infection risk by 59.8%. So vegetarian diet seems to decrease the risk of getting COVID-19 infection. So other than plant-based diet decreasing the risk of catching the infection, it also decreased the risk of severe infections. Another study showed that plant-based diets decrease the risk of severe COVID by 41%. And in another university in Europe, vegetarians actually have a less decreased 73% chance of having a moderate to severe COVID-19 disease. So plant-based diet decrease the risk of catching COVID and also the risk of getting severe COVID infection. So we now know that healthy diet actually has a protective effect against COVID-19 infection. So when we talk about whole food plant-based diet, it's high fiber, low in calorie. Because there's no processing of the food. So after every flu or cough that you get, you will have effectively a lot of memory T cells in your body. So once you come into contact with COVID-19 virus, all these memory T cells will quickly increase in numbers to protect you from catching the infection. That is why Harvard University report showed that vegetarians have a lower risk of catching the infection, and another university showed that the risk of getting moderate to high risk COVID has decreased by 73%. So we all know that now that whole food plant-based diet, high in fiber and low in calorie, is protective against COVID-19 infection. So this is one of the very important reasons. Not just for COVID-19 virus. Another report showed that the Candida auris infection actually recently there is a increase in the infection by 200%, resulting in them issuing a notice. Not very sure whether it's related to COVID-19 infection. And also, bird flu is getting worse in the US. In fact, it's the worst in history for the US. So we mentioned earlier that when the COVID-19 virus enters our cells, we require the external proteins to match with the receptor. For bird flu, the way it enters the body is also different. So normally, they should not enter our body cells. So with so many different viruses, we still do not have this very good vaccinations. So, in order for a healthy memory T cell, the answer, the key to it is a healthy diet. It also helps to decrease the inflammation and some biological markers of inflammation. So what is the root cause of zoonosis? If we look at history from SARS, it actually came from wildlife as well. The MERS is from wildlife camels. And for COVID-19 infection as well. So what we are most worried about is when these viruses can spread from person to person. So this tells us that the bird flu actually comes mainly from industrial farming. So food is extremely important for our health. When we do not take our food correctly, it can result in this virus pandemic. If we take healthy, natural food, all these infections will decrease. So studies also show that vegetarians live 9.5 years longer than non-vegetarians and decrease the chance of death, decrease the risk of infection, cancer. Be it a vegan or lacto-ovo vegetarian. And it also decreased the heart diseases by 32%. Why is that so? Eating 1 month of vegan diet, it actually increased the probiotics in our guts, improve the weight, etc. 3 months, we will actually decrease the cancer genes. 5 years, get even better good health for longevity. So this huge research of 157 countries, 120,000 cancer patients, they noticed that cancer, plant-based diet actually helps in cancer prevention. And this research is on cardiovascular disease. Plant-based diet also improves cardiovascular disease in 89%. Because animal-based diet actually increase the TMAO, which causes atherosclerosis, hardening of the arteries. So when we consume our food, we also need to think about our climate emergency. Just now we mentioned how it helps our own health. Now, we also look at the climate emergency and pandemics. So now our global warming has increased by 1.1 degrees Celsius. So we know that when we look at different causes of the global warming, actually animal agriculture is number 2 on the list. So carbon dioxide actually stays in the atmosphere for many, many years. But if you decrease methane release into the atmosphere, it has a faster effect as it has a shorter life in the atmosphere. So this is why taking vegetarian diet has a lower carbon footprint. So when we have global warming, now ice caps melt, all these ancient viruses will be released into the air. So taking a plant-based diet can protect us from different types of infections. This research is from Australia. The carbon footprint would decrease most from a plant-based diet. So a plant-based diet is good for health, for environment. So when we take a whole food plant-based diet, we know that it's definitely good for our own health and it's also good for the earth. So truly, for humans, animals, and the environment to survive, every component is just as crucial. In view of time constraints, I'll move on. So, Da Vinci, who is a vegetarian, mentioned that when we rely on other animals, so we encourage all of you to go for plant-based diets. We can promote peace together. Thank you.
Thank you to our Superintendent Chen. Just now, Superintendent from Healthy Health, Environmental Protection, and Compassion for Animals. Let us know why we should all adopt plant-based diet. And for nutritionists, believe that nutrition is very powerful. Because of this COVID-19, this pandemic, this danger, and a lot of pandemic will happen. We can look at this book. There are 3 episodes, and then we want to thank you to Superintendent Chen for giving us a very thorough explanation. He's a very compassionate superintendent, and hopefully our superintendent will share more professional knowledge with all of us. And superintendent also said about cancer, and I thought about one sentence. When I eat meat, there will be more cancer cell in my body. So thank you again to superintendent in for providing us with a plant-based diet. Next, we want to hear about sharing. Just now we hear from a professional no sharing. Now we want to share from all the participants from the 21-day challenge. And first is the participant from Malaysia, is Ji Tong. She likes to donate blood, but so let us listen to Shi Tong. Hello, I'm Shi Hong from Malaysia. Saya in Selangor. Why I joined this 21-day challenge? Because in 2022, I went to a blood bank to donate blood. I was curious. My blood has been okay for all the while. But suddenly, the doctor asked me during the quarantine, what do I eat the most? I say I eat eggs the most because I have my whole family eat 60 eggs in a week. I cannot eat my diet without eggs. I love eggs so much. And I know about one thing about ESR, and my ESR has already exceeded the limit. So doctor suspects that I have inflammation in my body, and that's why ESR increased a lot. Because of this, in October, I joined this 21-day challenge. And I have tried so many methods. Why don't not I try this method as well? And I unexpectedly, because of my skin also itchy. I don't like to apply skincare on my skin. After I joined this 21-day challenge, my skin become more bright and more shiny. And unexpectedly, when I go back to the blood bank, the doctor told me that I'll come back. I can donate blood again. So this is my greatest wish. So in December 22, I started to become a blood donor. And my husband is a meat eater, and before he joined this 21-day challenge, his blood pressure decreased by a lot. And he also in March, the 21-day challenge, me and him joined together, and our bad cholesterol in us have been decreased by a lot, and we are become more energetic. And although I sleep 5 to 6 hours a night, but every day I am very energetic all day long. And we have introduced more friends and family friends to join this 21-day challenge. And after they eat a lot of meat, they are overweight. And after these 21 days, they have become more slim. Because of this 21 days challenge, my thought has become quarter half. So when I prepare my meat, I'll buy a lot of different colors of vegetables and fruit and whole grains. And I'm very grateful to see for bringing me this 21-day challenge. And let me know whatever that we need to eat, we should eat. Whatever that we shouldn't eat, if we put inside my body, then it's a hurt to hold my body. Thank you, everyone, and hope everyone become eat and be more happy when you eat. Thank you, Miss Xu. Just now she mentioned about her family eats 60 eggs in 1 week. I have a friend, because she wants to increase her stamina. You know how many eggs she eat? She ate 21 eggs a day. And later, she stopped eating eggs and she become a plant-based diet. After she started eating plant-based diet, her skin become better. So we have to experience ourselves. Then only you know about the power of whole food plant-based diet. Next, we'll hear about the sharing from Dan from US. He has high blood pressure. So how does the 21-day challenge help to improve his high blood pressure? Let us hear from Dan from you.
Dan from Chicago, and I just recently finished the 21-day whole food plant-based diet, and I wanted to share my experience with you real quick, and hopefully it helps you in deciding what you want to do for your life. For me, I did it because about a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure, and my doctor put me on medication, and it brought the blood pressure down. And I told myself I was going to eat healthier and exercise and do those things, make those lifestyle changes that I needed to make. And I did a lot of that stuff, but my weight wasn't coming down, and my blood pressure recently started going higher and higher. And I was at the point where I was afraid my doctor was going to raise the medication, raise the dose or the strength of the medication, or put me on a second high blood pressure medicine. And that's not the path I wanted to go down. So luckily at that juncture in time, this program was starting, and I joined, and it was great because they taught you very simple but very practical techniques for foods that you should be eating, foods that you should be avoiding, combinations of food, how much of each food you should eat, and it was very, very simple. It wasn't a cumbersome thing where you were measuring and counting calories and measuring grams of carbohydrate and proteins and fats. It was very simple and easy, and it's very sustainable. So I went through the program, and I feel great. My blood pressure has lowered. It's in the normal range now. My goal is to get off medication, but at least it's not going up. My weight has come down. My sleeping is better. My energy is much better. Before the program started, at the end of the day, I'd be exhausted. I'd come home from work, and I'd be really, really tired and didn't have energy to exercise. And now I'm going to the gym every day, and my step count went from about 5,000 steps a day to over 10,000 steps a day. In the morning when I wake up, my feet and my knees and my back is not sore and achy like it used to be. And those are positive changes after just 3 weeks. So I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to what's going to happen in the next year, because I know this is going to be a long-term thing for me. 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, and I hope that I can make that transformation that we all dream of. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and good luck, and just go for it. Go for it and make your dreams come true. This is a very powerful program.
Thank you, Daniel, for sharing. I believe everyone hope. Please share about your feelings after joining this 21-day challenge. Maybe what you're sharing is what is going to show the miracle of change. So now on to a restaurant owner, because he wants to change his restaurant to become from Canada, Chen Ziling. I'm very happy today I can share with everyone. And this is my second time joining a whole food plant-based diet challenge. And the first time I didn't really according to the whole food plant-based diet. I just eat vegetarian. It's so good in Taiwan. You are able to have to go from restaurant to send to your home. But this second time in 21-day challenge, because my doctor told me that my blood pressure has increased. That's why he gave me a high blood pressure medication. But my traditional Chinese medicine doctor asked me to not take a Western medicine. She encouraged me to use exercise to reduce my blood pressure. Later, I learned about whole food plant-based diet, so I feel this is good, and I see the meal plate is so colorful. That's why I say, okay, let me try it. So I joined this challenge. Like Ming Jun brother, my restaurant, I have a vegetarian menu and a non-vegetarian menu. So every day I'll do this meal plan. It's difficult. Every day I will do breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I'll get used to it. And doing a whole food plant-based diet, and my blood pressure has been decreased, and it's not as high. So this is a very good result, and I hope that this whole food plant-based diet in the future I can continue, and I will use it to apply it in my own restaurant. So to promote this whole food plant-based diet, so we want to apply to the this part of the general public, because there are a lot of vegetarian restaurants here. So I want to hope myself, after I benefit from this, I want to let more of my clients also benefit from this whole food plant-based diet. So, but my daughter told my mom eats so much so bland. I also want to follow. So I think this is a very good activity. So this is the whole food plant-based diet. I hope I can continue after these 21 days. Yesterday, today, I still continue my 21 days challenge. I want to continue to persist so that and also apply it to all my customers in my restaurant and also my family. Thank you, Chen Ziling, from listening to us sharing. A friend, she went to many countries to work in Germany and England. There are a lot of people who eat vegetarian, and there are a lot of vegetarian restaurants in Germany, and this is a trend. So hope that your restaurant can have more and more vegetarian meal, and your restaurant, the business is going to be increased. Thank you. And next, the sharer will be from Taiwan, Huang Li Ying, Mr. Huang Li Ying. A lot of people say eating vegetarian diet is not fulfilling, but I found that eating vegetarian diet is very fulfilling. But Li say after these 21 days, she ate until very so I cannot accept the very bland taste bud. So I also eat a lot of quantity. That's why I become very full. But I scared that I cannot become slim down. So when I see my cholesterol become so high, I was very shocked. That's why I want to join this 21-day challenge. I hope that I can slim down. That's why I eat very seriously for 21 days. And that's because to when I first started this, but in the afternoon, my tummy was not comfortable. So in these 21 days, in afternoon, I don't feel my tummy not comfortable. I feel that my body becomes more lighter and less burden, and it's more relaxed to walk. And this change, I feel very happy about it. I feel that it's not much change, and I don't eat snack. And it's very the snack box is the meal box is very nice. Actually, whole food plant-based diet, you want to eat the natural flavor of the food. I don't eat processed food, and I will combine my own meal together. And later, when I do my blood test,
So everyone putting a lot of effort for this event, and I'm very honored to be part of this. It makes me feel more at ease.
in diet, I want to make myself better. Thank you. Thank you. Being particularly, I believe that you must have changed and touched. So I hope if you are touched, you need to change it into an action. So in this group, please share about your change. Next, we'll invite Huang Yuqing from Singapore. She feel that after eating vegetarian, she become prettier and her health also changed. So let us welcome Sister Wang Yuqing from Singapore. Hello, I'm Eileen. Singapore, a lot of people don't know about the health status of, and a few years ago after my blood test, I know that my blood sugar, my blood pressure is increased. Doctor asked me to take medication, and doctor and nutritionist helped me to control, and I also take to the acupuncturist. The acupuncturist also gave me medicine, and I want to change my diet to become healthy. So I see 21 Day Challenge on Facebook. So a lot of like study group. I joined this study group, and I learned about vegetarianism, and I go to vegetarian restaurant to buy vegetarian, and I exercise, but I still cannot accept reach the healthy status. So last year I joined this 21 Day Challenge. After joining this 21 Day Challenge, my blood pressure from 140 has dropped to 120. My blood sugar and cholesterol also dropped to a very healthy level. Actually, my body has become lighter, and I don't my body is better. I become prettier, and my hair, even the strangers also praise me, and I'm still very happy, and most surprisingly, like Jing Siyu say, the prettiest thing in life is healthy, it's a compassionate heart. So plant-based diet also help us to make our earth a better place. I want to thank you to the staff member of Healthier Me 21 Challenge. You also not only make me healthier, you also let us do better for our earth. So I want to continue to put more whole plant-based diet. Thank you to all the staff members of Healthier Me 21 Day Challenge to create this program and help bring a lot of healthy surprises. After I listen until now, this vegetarian is so good. It's a comprehensive healthy because not just the taste bud is healthy, and the health also healthy. So it's a comprehensive love. You not only love yourself, but love other people and love the animal and love the Mother Earth. So in this 21 Day Challenge, it's for big data. It's for everyone change. Where is the change? So what is the impact for the Earth? Let us invite Malaysia, a cardiologist, Dr. Wang Dewei. He's the second time joining this challenge. Let's invite Dr. Wang.
Thank you and good morning to everyone. I would like to start with this quote. If I know I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of my health. So in the aspect of health, we have got 3,184 results in these 2 years, and percent had improvement in their high cholesterol. 6% see the cholesterol levels normalizing. For diabetes, 92% had improved blood sugar results. 62% blood sugar went back to normal. In terms of hypertension, 82% saw improvement in their blood pressure. 62% went back to normal. Triglycerides wise, 76% showed improvement. 27% went back to normal. As you can see in the photo, the blood sample before appeared very murky and after that very clear. So in these 2 years, we had 15,000 participants for the Healthier Me 21-day challenge. This is not a great number, but it's like a small village size. So how have we benefited animals and the earth? So in order to avert climate crisis, on 26th March this year, we know that we are 6 years, 118 days, 8 hours, 10 minutes, and 13 seconds away from the disaster that we are heading to in terms of our climate emergency. This is the amount of time that we have to avert such a disaster, beyond which we will not be able to do. So research has shown that meat eaters compared to vegetarians, carbon footprint of vegetarians is actually half of that of meat lovers. So vegetarians actually help in terms of the climate emergency. So the total number of participants of our program actually decreased out 300,000 kg of carbon dioxide, equivalent to planting 246,000 trees. So our small little community actually can make a great contribution. So we also saved 985,000 meters square of forested land, equivalent to 138 football fields. We also saved 5.9 million kg of grains, equivalent to 26,000 meals, consumption of the staples by 26,000 meals a year. We also save 1 billion liters of water, equivalent to the water consumed by 1.78 million people a year. So our little community had a wonderful contribution. We also saved 328,000 animals. So when we consume whole food plant-based diets, notice 5 challenges. Number 1, our desire for meat. Number 2, ill will, because we do not like to eat the food that is oilless and meat-free. Number 3 is laziness in searching for such food. Number 4 is restlessness. Number 5 is doubt. So I'm a cardiologist. I can talk about number 5, doubt. A lot of people doubt that such diet is unhealthy. In this diagram picture, we see that people doubt whether there is enough protein. So we must know that whole food plant-based diet is not just vegetarian food. Whole food plant-based is unprocessed food. The picture below show a lot of processed food, whereas the one on top showed photos of whole food. So there is a great difference between these two types of diet. So our 21-day challenge participants, some of them have been vegetarians for 10, 20 years, but after consuming whole food plant-based diet in these 21 days, with minimal whole food, with minimal processed food and no oil, they saw a great improvement in their health, in their skin, in their body ache, in their joint pain, etc. Within 21 days, they saw a drastic improvement. And also all these chronic diseases, weight loss, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, saw great improvement as well. We must go for whole food plant-based diet. We might not be healthy if we eat vegetarian diet wrongly. So the main killers of modern human, number one is our ischemic heart disease, including our stroke, heart, and our well. Number two is cancer. Number three, our tree hives. Oh, the autoimmune diseases. So all these can be averted and controlled with whole food plant-based diets. So 30 years ago, we already have research showing that coronary artery disease can be reversed. See this patient, 1996, a very bad blockage of the artery, of the heart artery, and after diet control, it became normal. So this is not due to medications. Amongst at that time, medication research is still not very up to date. So they use diet control. So my role is to relieve you of the concern that you might have. So 2019, the American Heart Association and American College of Cardiology also promote plant-based diets and Mediterranean diet. It is good for our heart. Another organization is the American College of Endocrinology. They also mentioned that primarily a plant-based meal plan can improve diabetes control. So this research also showed that when we consume plant-based diets, their weight actually saw a great improvement. And also the diabetes control actually improved by 50%. This is the British Dietetic Association. Previously we spoke about America, now the British. It actually confirmed that well-planned vegan diets can support healthy living in people of all ages. So even children or elderly, they will see benefits as well. This is the World Cancer Research Fund and American Institute for Cancer Research. They also recommend eating whole grains, vegetables, fruits, and for diet to prevent cancer. So this is one of a good method to prevent cancer. How do we eat whole food plant-based diet? I already have cleared your doubts. You no longer need to have any doubts. This diet is definitely good for our health. So the next step is how do we execute it? So whole food plant-based diet means less oil, less processed food. So we use this TEAST method. Number one, tasty. We use our 5 senses to taste, especially colors, different colors. E refers to easy. So we use easily procured ingredients and easy to prepare. meals. Is the cost has to be reasonable and not too expensive. If we go to the market, vegetables are cheaper than meat products, and H is health. So we use the TECH method to go for our whole food plant-based diet. So just now we spoke about doubts. Now we will move on to our desire for the taste of the food. Buddha's teaching taught us that when we see a delicious looking food, we can actually reflect on it in the opposite way. We can think about the food after digestion. What would it look like when we pass the food out of our bodies? It will look very terrible. So we can change our perspective in this way. Or when we think of the animals being caged in the farms, they are in agony. Aches our tongue when we want to indulge in our taste. It actually can cause our whole body to suffer just for the sake of satisfying our tongue. We can consume a lot of food that is bad for our health. This is about changing our perspective. And a lot of people, after taking the 21-day challenge diet, we realized that their taste buds had seen a great changes. So they noticed that taking more bland food, actually they can accept it. So next is when we are young, we don't like to take the bitter herbal tea, and we might vomit it out. But I would like to ask you a question. After drinking this bitter herbal tea, after taking the challenge, when people realize that they have diseases, they will be able to consume this bitter herbal tea readily without any problem. So now I would like to challenge you. If you can consume such a bitter herbal tea for the sake of good health, then why don't you consider taking such whole food plant-based diet, even though there is no oily food, fried food, and it might not be as tasty, but this food is your great remedy for your good health, and it can reverse your chronic diseases and even autoimmune diseases. So why not plant-based diet? The next point is the dietary pleasure trap. So in our brains, we have two hormones, the dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine is the hormone that actually gives us indulgence in food. We enjoy food, resulting in a lot of food addiction. It's like addiction to smoking, to drugs. So such addiction also exists in food. So when we eat a lot of junk food, like processed food, a lot of oil, we will slowly require larger amounts to give us the same amount of pleasure. So we will need more and more heavy tasting food to satisfy us. So if we continue this way, no matter how much of the junk food we eat, we will reach a plateau in terms of our pleasure. If you are already at a very high point on this graph, it is very difficult to increase your pleasure any further. And if you consume even more unhealthy food just to satisfy your taste buds, it will make you even more unhealthy. So the way to do it is to really detox yourself of such unhealthy diet to decrease our dopamine level. That until the subnormal pleasure level, you can reach there, no matter what you eat at this level, any type of food would actually increase your dopamine level, resulting in sense of pleasure. So the more bitter food you take, the more pleasure you get. This is from research studies. So serotonin does not have such a problem. There is no baseline and increase. It's about our action. For example, when you have a sense of gratitude whenever you consume food, you eat healthy food. So when you tell yourself this food is good for your health, serotonin will give you a sense of great pleasure and satisfaction. So when we don't have a sense of gratitude and we just consume our food mindlessly, we will not have such a sense of pleasure. So number one, we decrease the amount of junk food. And number two, we need to have a sense of gratitude where we appreciate our food. Knowing that we have helped a lot of animals and the earth while we consume our food. So we use these two methods to help us make our food choices. Next, some participants also mentioned that consuming whole food plant-based diet actually make us feel more full compared to taking oily food. In the diagram, you can see 500 calories in terms of oil, cheese, meat, grains and beans, fruits and veggies. The last two actually fill up our stomach even more than the previous three. So we will not feel hungry when we consume whole food plant-based diet. We do not need to go for intermittent fasting. Research has shown that intermittent fasting is good for our health, but if you compare intermittent fasting and whole food plant-based diet, whole food plant-based diet is even healthier than intermittent fasting because a lot of this hypernutrition, this wonderful nutrients are actually good for our health. So all these foods, if we feel that they are not tasty enough, we have to change our perspective. And how do we enjoy our food more? We need to use all our senses, a visual, smell, and our taste. For example, sweet, sour, and spicy to increase the enjoyment of our senses. So healthy food gives us healthy bodies. Food is our medicine. Changing our diet is a great medicine for us. Eating is not just for pleasure. So this is my last slide. If your doctor only gives you medications without encouraging you to take healthy diets or ask you about your sleep, exercise, or water intake, or other strengths, then what you have is not a doctor. You have found yourself a drug dealer. So you need to look for the right doctor who can give you a better methods to improve your health. Sincere gratitude and blessings to everyone to walk this healthy path. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Huang. I know that you are also, in the past, you have a question mark towards whole food plant-based diet. But now, today, you believe it and you also apply it in your own life and you also encourage people to join. So if your doctor told you that eating vegetarian diet is not healthy, this is good. But now you can invite your doctor to join this challenge. Now you can tell them that if the nutrition that say that eating vegetarian is not healthy, if they join themselves, then they'll know through their own action, then the impact will be even greater. Now I want to for to PPT to share. Dr. Huang also talked about environmental protection. It also help the earth because it will use less water because that 2.8% is a lot of water on the earth is very little is from the river. Others are all glacier. So water, if we eat a lot, drink a lot of water, if we eat less meat, we can save a lot of water in this world and help a lot of people in hunger. So, and when we eat meat, we also need to raise a lot of crops for those animals to eat. So it's like eating 6,000 animals. So if you want to protect the earth, you should eat more vegetarian diet and less meat. Next. And ladies and gentlemen, normally when you know something like this, we know something important is going to happen. Now we have like 10,000 people that join. Now we want to give out the prize of the best improvement in blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, and the first one I want to the best improvement in cholesterol. Not just this time.
Yes, participated in more than one time.
Yeah, the best improvement in body weight.
And he lost 21
reduced weight of
kilograms.
25 kg. And Dr. Shitan Singh will come and share with us.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Lee Chen Singh from Singapore. I'm a dentist. The photo that you saw on the diagram, you might need to go to my first slide, please. Please go to my first slide. Thank you. Okay, when you see this photo, this is the old me 1 month ago on the left, and 23rd March on the right is the me now. So why did I join the 21-day challenge? My main purpose is to lose weight. It is my greatest motivation. So this is my second round of 21-day challenge. So a picture speaks 1,000 words. You can see the photo. This is from before my first challenge, my roundness. And after a few months, 2 rounds of 21-day challenge, and you can see the new me, my new shape. You can see another photo. I don't know why I was giving myself a thumbs up. I don't know what I'm so proud of. But the me now, I don't even dare to give a thumbs up to myself yet. I feel that I still have a long way to go. So I would like to share with you today about some of my reflections. I'm also a healthcare professional, so I would like to share some figures. So just now, the sharings from the doctors, I'm very impressed. We use data to prove the fact. So looking at my data, my total cholesterol decreased by 30%. My LDL also decreased by 40%. So basically, you can see the scientific evidence my blood sugar as well decreased by 10%. So for such a result for myself, it is never before. So you see the round me, the original me. In the past, I really have no idea how I ended up like that. That my weight can go up to 110 kilograms. I really ate a lot of junk food. No wonder Buddha said, observe our bodies to be filthy. When we look at such numbers, I can see my improvements. The next photo, you see my belly. It is extremely difficult to bring down my belly. And I always have to buy new pants. After this round of 21-day challenge, I know that I need to change my pants again, but it is in the positive direction. I would like to share with everyone now, how did I reach this stage? How did I do it? In the past, I have a lot fetish for heavy tasting food, bad eating habits. I really enjoy and indulge myself. But when I try to lose weight, it is a lot of agony. So the Buddha said our feelings are actually suffering. It is really very different. So I face a lot of psychological challenges and barriers, knowing that I am someone who go after heavy taste. Suddenly, I have to go for low salt, low sugar, low fat. I don't take any sugar now. Yeah, so you can see the improvement in my medical data. So often I thought of giving up because when I consume such diets, I feel that it's very bland and tasteless. Even though the chef try to make the food look very rainbow colors, very colorful, I have always got the thought of giving up. Every meal I have such a thought. These are my weekend meals. My wife prepared such meals for me. She really put in a lot of effort. Sometimes she has to wake up as early as 3 a.m. to do the cooking. And she has to boil the soup and use the broth to cook my vegetables so that the vegetables will have more taste. So in the past, I do not take so much vegetables. So now it is difficult to satisfy my taste buds, but spiritually, I'm very touched. I have a lot of gratitude for our organizing team, giving us so much support. Really, thank you to Dr. Eddie from Malaysia to kickstart this 21-day challenge to promote whole food plant-based diet. Along this journey, why did I join twice? Because I know that I am not so committed. I might easily fall back to my old practice. So my heart is not so stable. No wonder Buddha said that observing our hearts, we know that it's unpredictable. So health, in terms of health, diets, a healthy diet and moderate exercise and a happy mind helps to promote good health. We all know that, but do we do that? The method is always there, but we ourselves have to go for it ourselves. No wonder the Buddha said, observing the Dharma, there is no self. So you can see in my second round of 21-day challenge, I had great, because I already had seen improvement in my weight. Therefore, I could exercise. I can exercise run for 10 kilometers and different types of exercises. So this kickstarts my long journey of health. Even though I am still 10 over kilograms away from my ideal weight, so I cannot be lazy. So I thank everyone for giving me such environment to let me continue on. So just a little reflection. I really hope that I can get rid of my addiction to unhealthy eating habits. So when my desire for food comes, I need to have a sense of firmness. And what can I gain? The most important thing in life, good health. When we go after money, we have a lot of we are very smart, but when you go after health, we are very wise. So lastly, sharing a tips aphorism to you. It is not easy to lose 20 over kilos to me, actually. So please do not underestimate yourself, because all of us have unlimited potential. So the photo on the left, because I celebrated my birthday during the 21-day challenge. So this is the cake prepared by my wife. It is a fruit cake. So I would really like to thank my family members and all my Tzu Chi family members to walk this journey. Thank you, everyone.
Wow, this fruit plate is so great. So you have lost weight by 10 kg, then you can share with us. So although but you become healthier. So if this is the first time joining this 21-day challenge, you can join the second time and see if our body will have a change. If you decrease by another 10 kg, please come and let us know. Let's continue. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to continue to give awards. Next, what award are we going to give? Which category? Just now we look at the best reduced in and body weight. Next is the best improvement in blood pressure. The winner is Malaysia, Wang Qunyi. Let us raise your hand with us. Wang Qunyi. Thank you. Congratulations. And the blood sugar increasement award goes to Kaohsiung Chen Nuoyu. Is she here? If you are here at the scene in Kaohsiung, there are a lot of people join at the scene. This scene is we're from Kaohsiung at the scene. Welcome everyone from Kaohsiung. Please, blood sugar reduced from 67 to 38. This is the best improvement in blood sugar. Next award is the bad cholesterol improvement award is Tao Yuan Fang Jing from 158 to 106 and reduced by 70. So Wang Jingling. Next, our next award is we saw. This is also 75 from Malaysia. Ling Sang Ning. If he's at a seat, please raise hand with us. Congratulations. This is the overall cholesterol improvement award. And he become more slimmer. Congratulations. Next was the award that we are going to give. In best improvement in triglycerides, is Kaohsiung Wang Ling, Sister Wang Ling, from 276 reduced to 275, reduced by 101. And Ling Ling, please raise hands with us if you are here. Congratulations to Wang Piying. Congratulations for the best award. Next is the best triglycerides improvement award. The winner is Kaohsiung Sister Zhang Lixuan from 141. Please, Kaohsiung, friends from Kaohsiung, wave hand with us. If you are coming here from Kaohsiung, this is so great. This is Zhang Lixun from 141. Yeah, so congratulations and very grateful for the great improvement. And next is the best creativity in everyone in the meal. Actually, everyone here is a winner. Please give you a round of applause. Maybe it's one or two that you cannot do completely whole food plant-based diet, but it's still worth encouragement. Very grateful to all our participants and every winner. And we are all seeing it. And also we see so many changes. I believe that this 1,500 people, there are 1,500 thoughts. And we hope that for all your change, please share it on our Facebook and share with us. Next, we want to take out your phone to take picture. This is our QR code. These are our fan page. So if you have any this touch, please continue it. If one people walk very fast and one group of people can walk very far, if you have faced any challenges and difficulties, maybe other people already overcome it. So group effort is very important. Please print screen this picture or take picture of it and go to our IG or Facebook or YouTube or our line group, and hope everyone can print screen, take picture, and share with your friends and family. This is so good. If only we know, it's too wasted. If a good thing, you need to share with your good friends, so it can help us to improve our health and our faith. Don't just let yourself know, but to share to all your good friends and your co-workers. Let everyone and change their lifestyle. And lastly, we want to invite our CEO of Tzu Chi Medical Foundation, Lin Jinrong, to say a few words. And she is a cardiologist, internal cardiologist. She was previously the CEO of Tzu Chi Medical Foundation in the USA. And he came back to Taiwan, and I interviewed him before, and he said if you be vegetarian, it becomes tired easily after seeing a patient. But since he become a vegetarian, he has a very big change. And finally, let us invite our CEO Lin to give us encouragement. Before the video came out, I want to say Tzu Chi Hospital, because of a lot of food research, and you can search it online, then it's not just I say it without any proof, but there's experiment other than research from Tzu Chi Hospital. But this Healthier Me 21-day challenge is also good evidence that a lot of people have a good improvement. There's a lot of doctors and nutritionists also join us. Let us listen to Lin Jinrong.
来参加这样一个活动，那素食啊有3个好处：第一个它是健康，第二个它环保，第三个呢，它对心灵来说是有很大的帮忙，因为不杀生嘛，这个就对我们的业障会帮忙很大。那大家都知道这个道理，可是啊，共知共事要共行不容易。那今天大家都有听到这个分享，除非你亲身体会它的好处都会有很多借口，而且要改变习惯， 不是那么容易。可是经过3个礼拜甚至更短的时间，例行这样的饮食全植物性的饮食，它对身体造成的影响这个是有目共睹了。大部分的人都不知道自己既然血压降下来了，血糖降下来了，体重也降了，胆固醇更不用说，都降得非常漂亮。短短的几个礼拜之间而已这个是真是大家大开眼界了。那今天我们有很多人在这里分享，超过1万人参与这样的活动非常感恩大家的用心努力。那我们更希望能够持续这样子下去。它不光是对我们个人的健康这个当然我们目前能够看得到，它对地球环保，它降低这个温室气体、二氧化碳、甲烷种种温室气体的产生有很大的帮忙。更重要的是，它对心灵上会有很大的益处，因为到底在这个地球上所有的动物跟我们都是生命的共同体，都是要在这个地方共同生存的。那我们不要去侵犯到动物们的世界，我们自己在人类环境底下，这个是多么好的一件事情古代的人告诉我们你要知道来世兵刀切，就是来世的战争就是看看你现在夜半那个屠宰那些凄惨的叫声，你就知道会多么凄惨。那我们现在已经面临这个世界上战争这么频繁绝大部分是来自于我们过去的无知造成的，所以这个是附加的好处了。不过最重要的，它健康大家都见证了，所以感恩大家的参与，我们继续努力，不光是你个人，还要推广给你家人、你的朋友，更扩大出去，让这样的一个活动能够有更大、更深远的影响。感恩。
Thank you to our CEO Ling. And Healthier Me 21 Day Challenge should be promoted to even more people. So today our theme is Healthier Me 21 Day Challenge. Our 3 pictures to share with you all. So this to our health, our stamina. We have a very good improvement. Exercise and eating vegetarian is actually have a good correlation. So in USA, there's a marathon runner from 2,400 cm. This Harvey, Dr. Harvey, she is milk. She doesn't eat any milk, egg, and meat. This is one of them. Another one is from USA. Is Chiroika. Just now you see, he had get champion for 7 times and champion, and 47 days. In these 20 years, for 21 years, he has joined 20 years. He doesn't eat meat, milk, and egg. In Taiwan, there's also one, Luo Wei. He also improved a lot. He almost 60 years old. In 2022, last year, he got, in the first day, he ran 130 km. In one day, run 3 times 3.3 km marathon. In 46 days, she ran 5,000 km. And the third one, a lot of people say eating vegetarian is not healthy, it's not nutritious. It's not true. Even people who eat vegetarian, they can be very healthy. Of course, you need to eat vegetarian in the correct way. Because of vegetarianism, you become even more healthy. You should eat 70% fruit. 80% full, so they can use 20% to help more people. When you go and see a lot of doctors, instead of buying food that is going to supplement, we can use that money to go and do charity. We should donate it to Syria and Turkey, so that to help the earthquake victims. Not only we can help people, and our heart can also become more. So we should help people, the volunteers who help in Turkey, and we already helped them for 1.5 months. So even those Syrian refugees who we helped before, now they also come and help us back. I think that this is a greatest energy. When we have a healthy body, so we have to let the suffering people have a depend, and let the earth to have something to depend. Susie has already there in Turkey worked for 1.5 months, so we need to take care of ourselves so that everyone will be actually be best. So the picture, the QR code, please remember to scan it so they can share with all our friends in other groups, so that everyone can experience the benefit of whole food plant-based diet. So I already joined 3 times and I already benefited a lot. Next, I'll share with you all if I have a chance. I'll be willing to share with you all if I have the chance. So everyone online, if you cannot see everyone online, so we hope that next time we have your participation next time. Thank you, and see you again. Bye bye.
大燕麦经过称制，开始一天的斗志。胡萝卜、花菜、豆豉，拼凑丰富的餐食。无色食材的编织，将血压、血糖、血脂，清净无染的爱在飞驰，活动新鲜的事。嘿，21天健康舒心日，回归自然的方式，用心烹煮。